Hey everybody, happy Thursday. It's a bright and white, snowy day in Northern California. We're on Highway 50 heading up to South Lake Tahoe. Beautiful day. It's just going to take us a little while getting up there. Figured I'd show you all the bright white, beautiful snow powder while we're on the roll, and do our NFL breakdowns for the weekend. Big playoffs are here. We're ready to crack them. So started off with one of the games I like that unfortunately seems to be a public play, which I hate being on the same side as the public, but they do have to pay the public once in a while in order to keep them coming. So I like the Cleveland Browns. I know they're on the road. They're great at home. They're pretty much unbeatable at home. But with Flacco flinging the ball the way he's been doing it, playing against a rook, I believe the rookies, I forget what the stat is. It's not very good for a rookie quarterback playing in the postseason. But all that aside, I think Cleveland is definitely a better team. They are going to be playing on turf in a dome, so I don't know if the play gets worse from them in that situation. I would definitely rather play there than in Cleveland right now. But I know that there's a lot of sharp bets taking the Texans at +3, which I could see that, but I'm only seeing 2.5, and I'm not going to be spending money to buy the points on it. So I'm sticking with the Brownies. This guy's cooking along. What are we doing? We're doing 45 and a 25. He's got to be doing 55 through the snow. That's the problem up here. People think just because they got four-wheel drive or chains that they could just zip on by. So you might see him into a tree pretty quick. Never know. Anyway, next game, Bills and Steelers. That game is going to be awfully cold. Another one, we got a first-time QB, and they're playing in that kind of weather. I don't think that Pittsburgh is going to score more than 3 points. So we've got two options on this game. Taking the under, which I think the game's going to be like 20-3. Or you can take the Bills, or you can parlay them both. Under with the weather seems to be the pick, especially with the Steelers, who I don't think they're going to score the ball at all. The wind's supposed to be blowing, I think, 40 miles an hour or some shit like that. So field goal kickers better be pretty close to the end zone to try a field goal. Game that really scares me a lot, Packers at Cowboys. You know, I think that the responsible play on this game would be to take the Packers +7.5. Packers are 9-1 straight up versus the Cowboys in their past 10 games, and 8-2 against the spread. Dallas, I think Dak is 0-4 against the spread at home in a playoff game, something like that. Fact check that shit, but yeah, something like that. The Cowboys could just destroy them. I mean, you got another rookie quarterback playing in the playoffs, so it doesn't bode well for them. But Packers being 9-1 straight up against the Cowboys over the past 10 games is pretty strong. So I would say I don't know on that game. If you're gonna pick the Cowboys, you almost have to go with a teaser. But Packers plus 7.5 is probably the right pick on this game. What else we got going other than the Bitcoin ETFs being approved, and my crypto portfolio is going through the moon right now, rocking and rolling all 2024, and I'll be cashing out probably summer of 2025. I won't be cashing everything out, but the majority of it's gone. I do think that XRP is going to take a little while, so I'm going to leave my XRP to keep on rolling. So another NFL game, probably the game of the weekend is going to be the Rams at the Lions. Never know what you're going to get with these two teams. Right off the bat, I would think that the over 51.5 would be the play. 51 if you can get it, but that's a key number, so they're keeping that hook on there to lure people in. So I think the books know that I think 51 is probably the number, like a 27-24 game. Those who got the Rams at plus 3.5 probably got a good number. I think right now, no matter what side you take, you're looking at a push at best, or you could hope for a win, by the Rams. But I think it's going to be a 3-point game. So if you're on the Lions, I would take that on the money line. I believe it was like minus 170. You could also tease the Rams up to 10 and bring that 51 down to 44.5. That would probably be best way to play this game, other than a Detroit money line. But the Rams could win this game. I think it's going to come down to overtime, maybe last second field goal at the end of the game. But it's going to be a really close game. I think it's going to be a very good game. And then we got the Philadelphia Eagles flying into Tampon Bay. That game is ugly. I know there's a lot of people that love the Bucs in this game. I know the Eagles have looked like shit, but the Eagles are still much better than the Bucs. Injuries might hold them down. If you can get the Bucs at +3, which I believe you might be able to do that today, that's probably a good bet. The +3 with the Bucs. I see this being like a 20-19, 19-17. I think it's going to be really close. The Eagles could just demolish them, but it seems like there's a little pattern going on lately where they're wanting to kill the Eagles this year. So we see Saban going out. Maybe we see Hurts going out. Same 2 weeks apart, a week apart. So that might be a trend. So anyway, like I said, Bucks +3 if you can get it. Other than that, I'm not touching it. So with the crypto, the Bitcoin ETF that was approved, all that's doing is basically putting the money that crypto was not supposed to be meant for into the hands of the cabal. And I think it's a really bad thing as far as long-term crypto investors. I come from the red pill side of the town, and I was told a long time ago that Bitcoin is going to be destroyed. If you know who invented Bitcoin, I doubt anybody would invest in Bitcoin. That's why they have it a secret. But somebody did just send, I think, like $1 million worth of Bitcoin to that wallet so they can expose them maybe. 2024 is the year of the great exposure. The Great Awakening is in full force. Cat Williams came out and crushed it. Jimmy Kimmel is crying like a little pedo bitch. Who else just came out? I don't know. Everybody's starting to finally wake up and grow some balls, which I love it. I just wish it happened sooner. But yeah, we're taking America back from you cabal last game, which is not the last game of the weekend, but the game that I skipped over because probably not going to like my pick on this game. Miami at Kansas City. It was 3.5. Now it's 4.5. And I just think Kansas City sucks right now. I watched a couple of their games a few weeks ago with Mahomes. He was dancing around like he doesn't know what to do with the ball. They just look like a team completely out of sync. They got too much Taylor Swift juice on their necks. The bad thing is, I believe Miami is like 0-9, or I don't know what the stat is. I don't think they've ever won or covered a spread. I forget what the stat is. Check it, fact check it. On the road in weather below 32 degrees. I believe it was like 0-9 or something like that. But yeah, do your own research. Just throwing some shit out for you. But what's going to play into a factor here is not only is the weather going to be cold, but it's supposed to be like crazy wind. And again, just like the Buffalo game, like they're not going to be able to kick field goals from too far away. Not going to be able to throw the ball. I think Tua throws a much tighter spiral, so he probably has a huge advantage in this game, even though Mahomes is at home and has played in this shit before. I would take. Yeah, I would never take Kansas City. Kansas City. I don't know. I picked the Dolphins to win the Super Bowl this year. So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to take the Dolphins plus the 4.5 in this game. I might even jump on that under because I don't see much scoring going on. Last time they played, it was 21-14, 35 points in a normal game. So I believe this one's going to be played much closer to the vest, slow and go, no penalties, no mistakes, and I just think the Dolphins have the talent to win this game. So I'm going to take the plus 4.5 and see if the fish can make it through the snow and the cold without freezing up. All right, everybody. Long, slow drive. What do we got? We got some NBA tonight, or actually today. I'm trying to get there. That's why I'm rolling up early, trying to catch this Cavaliers game. The numbers just jumping a lot. I believe it came out at like 2.5, and I seen it at 3.5 before I left. Probably be 4.5 by the time I get to the sports book. So what I may do is just parlay the Cleveland money line. So Cavaliers money line with the Browns money line, and that way I'm not paying juice. And then if Cleveland doesn't win today, I could always come back in and bet the Brownies again. What's the other one? There's Boston playing in Milwaukee. Milwaukee opened as a big favorite. I think it was -6. It's dropped down to like 4.5 now, probably down to 4. Boston just played an overtime game yesterday at home. Played their hearts out just to get it to go to overtime, and now today they're going to wake up, travel to Milwaukee, and play again. So I think the advantage is going to go to Milwaukee here. If it was down closer to like 2, I might take Milwaukee with the points, but it just depends on what it is when I get there. Money line's a safe bet. You could also, money line Cavaliers with the Bucks. I like the Cavaliers much better than the Bucks. It's just a game that I figured everybody's going to be looking at today. I may not even bet this game. These people. This guy zoomed around me earlier, and now he's going nowhere fast. So one thing, if you haven't realized by now, it does not pay off to speed. Like, it's about 65 miles from my casa to the sports book, and if you did 55 all the way here compared to 65, like, you're gonna save basically 10 minutes. But there's if you're going across the globe, and you're talking 24 hours, the 10 minutes or the 10 miles an hour might add up to an hour savings or whatever. But anytime you're around town, you're within an hour or whatever, you're not going that far. Speeding, especially around town, is dumb as shit. you can do. Risk getting an accident, risk getting a ticket, all for about 1 minute, 2 minutes of your time. Hockey, I know we got some hockey games tonight. I'm gonna probably put a little bit of money on a dog at home. Detroit Red Wings. I know they got a couple players out, but I might sprinkle a little cash on the dogs of the Detroit Red Wings today. Seeing how it's a beautiful white blizzardy type day. So the dollar I hear is going down, down, down. Crypto's going up, up, up. So if you haven't bought any crypto yet, better hurry the fuck up, because you're going to be left behind. This is the greatest transformation of wealth in human history. What are you going to tell your kids and your grandkids when they ask about it in 20 years? That you just sat there with your hands on your ass, scratching your nuts, saying crypto's a fraud, listening to the Elizabeth Warrens of the fucking world, the Jamie Dimons, all these criminals who've been running our system, who do not want you taking part of the greatest transformation of wealth in human history. They want your ass to be broke so they can control you. So I'm going to throw out a couple of my best bets for the crypto market. XRP, I believe, is the number one lottery ticket that could just explode at some point here. It could be May, June of this year, or it could be next year, but it's well on its way to becoming the number one crypto in the universe. My other best bets, ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. I think that is probably the best network, best layer one, best crypto, one of the best cryptos out there as far as doing what it does. It's way above and beyond Ethereum. The problem is that it's just not on all these different exchanges and stuff. So I don't think I even have ICP on my Exodus wallet. But you can buy it on crypto.com. It just sucks to have to leave it on crypto.com. There's other places you can do it, put it, park it. Another pick. So okay, let me give you some price predictions. XRP, I believe, is going to hit about $12 by. All these predictions are going to be by Halloween of 2025, or let's say Thanksgiving, since everybody likes to get thanks. So Thanksgiving 2025, XRP $12 bucks. ICP, I believe we're going to hit about $350, and right now you can get it for, I think it's $1 or $13. So basically a 10x, no, 30x, 25x. Another great one is Theta, THETA, Theta. I believe it's up to about $1.14 right now. I think this is going to easily hit $20. I think it could hit $50. It could go way higher. It could hit probably a couple couple $100 if it got in on Coinbase and Crypto.com. But they've been playing it. I don't know if it's smart. I guess it's smart on their part. But they're staying off the exchanges in America. They keep building. They have patents for a lot of shit. They now have Levita AI on there. I forget that other one. Play something. But they are growing. All Theta needs is for Samsung or Sony to say, hey, we're going to throw an edge node in every television that we make, and Theta is off to the races. So Theta is more of a long-term hold. I do believe they're going to hit between $20 and $50 by Thanksgiving of 2025. But in the long run, I do think that Theta can get up to 200. So it's basically about a 200x from where they are right now. You just got to be patient with Theta. Get you a Theta Edge node or a Theta Guardian node and just print yourself some money by running that node. You're making money as you sleep, but you do have to think long term on that one. I don't think in this bull run it's going to go where I need it to go. So I just have it on the Edge node staked and basically printing me money while I sleep. What else do I like? Stellar, of course. I think Stellar is going to skyrocket once we change over to this new financial system. It's supposed to be backed by silver, so we'll see what happens with that. But even if Stellar hit $1, that's pretty much a 10x from now, $1.50. But the lottery ticket potential on Stellar is definitely worth holding. 10,000, 20,000, just pocket change, throw it in there and put it in your change jar, stick it in the safe, and wait for all this shit show to end, because all these cryptos are going to go bye-bye soon. Once they do the complete transfer, and we'll see who's left holding. Solana, I know Solana's already pumped a bunch. I bought it when it was $20, and it's all the way to 100 now. I believe Solana's going to be the new Ethereum, or the Ethereum killer, this bull market. I think Solana can go to about $1,200. Could even go more if they depend on the institutions. If they do an ETF on it. So I think it's smart to get off of Ethereum and start investing in Solana. So I'm gonna say Solana hits $1,200 by Thanksgiving 2025. So we're coming over the summit right now. This is a hell of a doozy drop down below, and way back there in the background you'll see Lake Tahoe. Let's see if we can zoom it. See Lake Tahoe and the airport right down there. Best place in the world. In the summertime, the beaches are bomb. The weather is great. You can see that fucking drop down there. So right here we get rock slides coming off these things, falling rock. All the time they put nets up and stuff, but still not secure. So when you drive through here, let me try to zoom out real quick. When you drive through here, one of these boulders comes down and takes you out. You won't even know it. Just drop right on your head. South Lake Tahoe, California, State Line, Nevada. If you haven't been here before, it's definitely worth coming and checking out. You need at least a week. Go check out Emerald Bay. Go check out Sand Harbor. If you're a skier, you can go to Heavenly. You can hit all the ski resorts up here. In the summertime, it does get pretty busy. So the best time that I recommend is right after the kids go back to school in September until about mid-October. The water is about the warmest it's going to be all year, and hardly anybody here. Springtime is great, but we get a lot of snow melt. So doing hiking and stuff like that, you gotta come prepared to get wet, get soggy drawers. Wintertime is beautiful. We do get a lot of skiers coming up. Weekends are crazy usually on ski weekends, so fresh powder, everybody's on their way up. I can't wait to go play in it. Summers are beautiful up here, typically 72 to 85 at the most, 82. Probably an average, I would say, is about 78 degrees in the summertime. So it could be over 100 degrees down in what I like to call Cracktown, Sacramento. This is the dangerous part right here. After big snowstorms, that's where the avalanches come down. So a lot of times they'll stop close the highway, and then they'll let off some dynamite and try to get this thing to blow. But basically, straight down that hill. Then there'll be another one up around the bend a minute. Yeah, Lake Tahoe is a beautiful place. Come enjoy. Might catch me at the sports book. Harvey's has the best sports book as far as the people that work there, the quickness. They usually run like 4 riders, sports bet riders, during the weekdays, and then they'll staff it depending on they do a lot for the horse racers. Kentucky Derby, it'll be fucking packed, but they'll staff everything. They'll have like 7 riders in there, where if you go to Bally's across the street, they'll have one guy who's just getting his 8 hours in. They do have at Harrah's, they got I think 4 of the kiosk machines. So instead of waiting in line at the window, you can put your money in the machine, do the same bets that you were going to do up there. It just, when you're betting big, you got to sit there and put in thousands of dollars in a machine. It takes forever. But if you're just $100, a couple $100 better, the machines are great, quick and easy. Like I said, they got 4 of them at Harrah's. What do they got? They got 6 of them at Harvey's. They do have one over at what used to be the Hard Rock, which is now Golden Nugget. However, they're still ran by, their sports book is still ran by, ambulance. So those people that come up here in two-wheel drive and don't know how to drive, or they're in four-wheel drive and drive too fast. Dumbasses, man. Anyway, Golden Nugget is still, their sportsbook is still ran by William Hill. I believe for one more year. They have a lease with them, and then they're going to go and have their own sportsbook. So that's the good news about Lake Tahoe, is we're finally getting some competition up here. A while ago, it used to be you can get a better line. You know, you walk across the street and the lines are different at Harvey's compared to Bally's, compared to Golden Nugget now. Then they all went William Hill, which I think was a monopoly. I don't know how they were allowed to do that, but basically William Hill has everything sewed up, and now Harvey's and Harrah's has went with Caesars, their own sports book app. But however, I believe it's the exact same lines as William Hill. So there's some kind of conspiracy going on with those, whether they're owned by the same company or whatever their rig is however they're rigging it. But yeah, pretty soon, well, I guess another year, we'll have the Golden Nugget to be able to hold these other sports books accountable for the lines they're putting out. We're coming on into Myers, which is the town just before South Lake Tahoe. Typically there's always some police like to hang out in here, trying to get everybody coming through the little town a little too fast. So we're probably going to put this down. We got a fire truck coming now. Hard to stop in the ice without the guy behind me running into me. So ambulance and fire truck, but no highwayman yet. No patrollies, CPH, CHPs. So here is the chain control that's always here in the winter. Basically, you're not going to get over the summit if you don't have chains or 4x4. And over here is the line of chain monkeys throwing chains on people's cars for $50 or whatever they charge. I would never buy a car without four-wheel drive ever in my life, so I'll never be sitting here on the side of the road getting chains put on. I've come through this road before where the snow was so deep I could barely plow through it. But as long as you keep rolling and you keep it in four-wheel drive and you don't do stupid shit, you ain't got to worry about. So we're going to put this down. Yeah, I knew the highway patrol was coming. Right when I was about to put it down, he came around the corner. There is a highway patrol station right here in Myers. So you'll see him quite a bit coming out of here. And then over here is the check station for fruit. Not allowed to bring fruit into California. So I believe these are put up to close the state lines down once they do the apocalypse. They're not going to let anybody in or out of California. We'll see what happens with that in the near future. So up here, I'm going to show you this, and then we're probably going to have to cut it because this is where all the sheriffs hang out. But this is a great place to bring the kids. If you want to go snow tubing, it's a little expensive. I believe it was like $70 per person, and you got to walk your ass off up that hill. The ride down is great. The hike up will wear your ass out. So, all right, everybody, we're about to turn on Pioneer Trail. This is my back road to the casinos. Gets a little slippery on this side, so we got to slow it on down and use our gas pedal to keep from sliding. If you're ever in the ice and snow and you start to slide, you have four-wheel drive, use your gas, not your brake. Punch the gas, it'll pull you right out of your slide. It's definitely against your instincts to punch the gas when you look like you're gonna die, but that's the safest thing you could do. And then we get these little snow blowers that are taking up the road. You see that road's flooded. I used to live up here. We're about to pass it in a minute. But we had a house on a street where there was a lot of Airbnbs, and these people would come up from the gay area, Bay Area, however you want to say it, in their two-wheel drive and their Teslas and their cars that shouldn't be up here. And our road has just a little bit of an incline, but you almost have to come to a stop to turn up the hill, and it would cause a lot of problems with these electric vehicles and two-wheel drive trucks, and they end up getting stuck. They can't get to their Airbnb, so they would end up coming and knocking on my door and asking if I could pull them out, pull them up the hill, which I did a lot of. But at some point you gotta just be like, dude, you're a fucking retard to come up here in an electric car or a two-wheel drive truck without chains. So I quit answering my door after a while. But yeah, this is basically where I used to live, right up on this hill. Kids out there playing in it right now. Rocking and rolling down the snowy road. Alright, everybody, we're going to call it quits here. And we're going to make another video on our other channel for Harley Ray Papa. If you don't already follow the channel or subscribe to the channel, please do. Again, Harley Ray, R-A-E. Undercover Sheriff. Again, Harley Ray, H-A-R-L-E-Y, like Harley the motorcycle, R-A-E, Harley Ray Papa, P-A-P-A. On YouTube, that's where you'll get our family red pill content. We also have Crypto Scotty, which we're going to probably be combining that with our Badass Bets channel soon, because I think it's all the same. Everything you do in life is a bet, is a gamble. Whether you buy crypto, or you bet on sports, or you go to work, you're taking a risk every time, every day. And that's why Badass Bets has your back. All right, everybody, hit us up, leave some comments. If you have any questions, just shoot it in the comments and we'll get back to you ASAP. Please share the video with all your sports betting friends and family, and hit that like button on your way out. Appreciate it. Have a great day, and let's win some fucking money this weekend and today. Badass Bets, Gonzo.